Yeah, what up, it's your boy Alley Cat. And I'm Twin. You are now watching the culture. One and only. Yeah, what up, it's your boy Alley Cat.
And I'm Twin.
And you are now watching
The Culture.
This is what we do, how we do it, when we do it. The topic of discussion today is
The enduring myth of black criminality.
and if you don't know what that means, I'm going to define it for you today. It is a myth. When you're born black, you are guilty, you're wrong, you're a criminal. Or you want to be an athlete, actor, or rapper. Let's go.
It's crazy because when we give information out and we doing this, it's kind of like I just want to take it to my own people. Do you understand? Because a part of me want to believe in the myth. Since the myth do exist, let's make that reality for a minute. And I kind of don't want to gravitate to any of the other races sometimes. So we're not going to do that though. I just want to give you a little glimpse into my psyche quite a bit. But the black criminality, the myth of all this, soon as you're born, you're guilty. Soon as you're born,
get on that time.
Incarceration. Soon as you're born, you're so poor, you might as well join the military and the army. What is our thoughts on this, right? We ain't no professionals.
Because they say you broke, so and a lot of kids want to have something, so they want to see the world, so they went to the army.
Even racism exists in there. You can't escape it. It's institutionalized. So what do we do?
Institutionalized. They also say you're going to go to jail. 13, 14, 15 years old.
So let's give them the right and the wrong. A lot of times, black people don't even know how to swim. You know why? Because during those segregated times, black people wasn't allowed around white pools. Actually, there was one black guy who actually interrupted that and jumped in the pool.
And they closed it down.
They closed it down. And they had to sterilize the pool because they said he was so dirty because he's black. So we dealing with these myths.
Or stereotypes.
Oh, the stereotype just
Because a myth,
stereotype,
and it just goes.
I mean, like, it goes on so much. It almost like we do it with each other. Almost to a degree. I saw wealthy black people
but you know
look
what?
at other black people like
No. Because you know why? We start off with a zero. So we don't come in trusting. Like, you know, most other races in nature come in trusting. We don't. We come in starting you off with non-trust. And if you do anything wrong, you just went into the negative. So we start off bad.
It's crazy because I heard
Shifty, low down, gradient, grimy.
Hi. Yo, anybody know that rap? Put it in the comments. See what y'all know. And I know y'all gonna be around our age, definitely. But yo, I had a comedian say, yo, one time I was sitting in my car, about 4 white people walked across, and they looked rough. He said, I went, click, and locked the doors. Now, my thing is, when do you ever have that feeling of when you see another race to lock your doors?
You know what's funny? I've never felt like that.
Only time I see... How about your own race, no? Never? About any race?
Because, you know, those are my people.
I feel the same way.
So,
but a lot of black people
what
scared
we
of black
do is,
people.
I'm not scared of them, but I put my guard up. And you know what's sad? When I see other races, I ain't gonna lie to you, if I'm in a black neighborhood and I do see a white person, I put my guard up. He's the people.
Oh, definitely. It doesn't
Police,
matter if
the
he
feds, I
got
don't care what he
$3,000 suit, right?
He's not right. He don't sit here right with me. I'm nervous. And I'm not racist, but I'm just, hey, do you know him? What is he doing over here?
Yeah, definitely.
Something ain't right. Now, I don't lock my door. I'm not saying he's not tough.
You don't cross your street.
I just feel he's gonna stick to the book.
He gonna stick to the book.
He gonna stick to the book.
Okay.
Now, a black person, I'm gonna keep my guard up. But you know what that is? That's like saying black on black crime because I'm from a black community. So that's all I know is black on black crime. If I was white and I was living in a white community, it's white on white crime. I would know they crimes.
It's based on proximity, right?
That's what it is. 10 block square radius. So you think about that. You know, I say things. I'm joking a lot. Sometimes I play a lot. I'm the ignorant side of this podcast because, you know, I'm black. He's pro-black.
I'm trying to take it lightly, y'all. I'm trying to bring it up to our house.
So when I really sit here and think about it, there's so many myths, and I don't think black guys really lock the door. They don't. White people lock the door and they clutch their purse, and I've seen that. And the crazy part is they don't want you to wear mink. So they started Peter, I guess, because we was able to buy furs or whatever. Now they want to throw the dye or paint on your coat.
Paint.
I'm not mad at you, little Kim. I
rights.
love you. I respect you. Brooklyn's finest. She said, listen, I wish you would. And she stuck to the myth or the stereotype of the angry black woman. She said, I broke my coat. This is what I decided. This is what I like. And I guess that was a myth.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little challenge, right? The myth of most black people got diabetes, high blood pressure. I'm sure there's in other races. What do you think about that? Because we is the poster child for this.
Well, we are the poster child for all these things, but these are because it goes into a topic of discussion of that we was the most studied because they was grave snatchers, body snatchers that you call it. So we was the most studied bodies in the medical history.
They say this is how the medical field got its rise.
I could be wrong, but that's what they did.
Oh.
So, everything is based off of us. Style of dress, hairstyle, makeup, dance. What I mean by dance itself, the performing arts, music, arts. They want our culture, but they don't want us.
No doubt.
So, the myth of criminology is that, we're no good. We're never going to be good. And I don't see how, when your whole lifestyle, your whole economy is based on me.
That's deep.
And what I mean by me, my people.
That's deep.
So,
and
like you said, it's only a myth.
Exactly. So that's what I want to get deeper into. Because the myth will always be there. It's very enduring. But what I'm saying is this, right? Let's go deeper into the myth of black criminality. Because I feel like society create the criminals. I think criminals don't just wake up and say, I'm a criminal. I feel like it's a piece of the American pie that everybody wants, and if they don't get their share, they start to think and believe, I'm gonna do anything that's necessary to get that. So I believe society is structured to create the criminals. I mean, that's why you have the different classes.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Since society creates it,
that means somebody
in the black community, if it's no jobs and you don't want to hire black men, what's going to happen? Or black women, you don't want to hire.
That's what I'm saying. Like the myth, since society creates it and it's a created thing and it's not natural, they have to pinpoint who's going to be the criminals purposely, not accidentally, not naturally. Purposely, they're going to pinpoint who going to be the criminals of the society, and that's these black myths of criminality that we're talking about today. So I think it's very important to know that to some extent, society creates the criminal. I can't tell you how many neighborhoods that are poor economically is living right across the street from rich neighborhoods. Do you understand? Is a man really wrong from stealing bread from out of a store if his kids is really hungry? He asks 50 people for some money. He got about 50 cents a quarter. And he can't get food for his kids. So he goes into the store and walks out with the loaf of bread. Is he really a criminal?
No, by any means necessary.
Not at all. I mean, if it got to that point, you would think that, the store would have a helping hand in it and maybe helping, feed his kids. You know what I'm saying? But society makes you think in reverse all the time, right?
He's trying to get over. He doesn't want to work.
He's a thief. He's broke. He don't want to work. I never met a person that don't want to make a lot of money. Everybody wants the finer things of life. Like, I never heard a person say, I want to work at McDonald's and make $14, $15 for the rest of my life. Everybody always want those better things.
Well, life is money driven. Now, you have some people, you do have them rare cases of people that say, hey, listen, man, I want to be off the grid.
But you're saying money driven, which is key. Because if it's money driven, that means people got to get left out. It's a driving force. Everybody can't have it.
Can't. That's why they have the 1%.
And that's the issue.
No, but the 1% and what I mean by the 1% in society is those people that they don't even count their money because they're beyond the millions. They're beyond the billions.
Right.
And they run the world.
No doubt.
The Rothschilds and
yes,
things of that nature.
The Rockefellers.
Yes.
And these corporations, these
the
bankers,
Hiltons and
the Federal Reserves.
Yes, so.
Definitely money is that driving force. So we all know money that is a conduit, right? It's because money paper ain't worth nothing. I mean, if you save up $1 million in your house and don't spend it, what is it worth? Yeah. You still think it's worth $1 million, but if you're not spending it, if you're just keeping it, if it's just sitting there.
And it's not doing nothing.
It's just sitting there.
It's just $1 million.
It's just paper. It's just paper. It's the conduit. It's the flow of money. It's the cash flow.
It's the trade.
Movement. It's the social mobility of money that makes it money. So we know that people created this vehicle. and we're not saying that, just listen for a minute. We're not saying that because we're broke. We're not saying that because we're middle class. We're not saying that because we're not rich. What we're saying is that money should be used in the right way. So maybe if we continue to still worship money, everybody can get a piece of it. Everybody can have it.
Well, the world worships money because it says in God we trust.
Good point.
But if you put it backwards, how could you trust a dog?
Exactly. Dyslexic. God, and dyslexia means dog. You're right, because Egyptians used to worship the dog star. That's what they claim the etymology of the word God come from. Good point. So sticking to these myths, tell me about the incarceration periods and times and the structures and all that. How did they keep this myth going? Is really a lot of us really just criminals? Does it really exist in the black community?
That's deep. Does it really exist? Yes, it does. It does.
Because they say so?
Not because they say so, it's because of the advantages and disadvantages.
I'm saying, does black criminals in these prisons, is it really real? Does it really exist? I know they're physically there. Is they throwing it? Listen, statistics shows that criminality happen at the same rate as far as percentage-wise with other races.
Well, we don't get a
Why
fair
are we
trial.
getting incarcerated the most? So I'm saying, is
We
it
don't get.
real?
We don't.
Yeah.
The myth, which goes back into you're dealing with police. They say lock up. They have studies. They showed it when they said the stop and frisk.
Okay, good point. Good example. He rescinded that comment. It was a mistake. I should
Yeah.
never said it.
But it was
Mayor Giuliani.
give the blacks and Hispanics tickets, fines, all that. I have a white homeboy. He's white. We actually call him white boy.
Okay. don't take it wrong.
No,
y'all.
no wrong.
Please,
we
don't.
joke around with him. But that's his nickname. He'll tell you that.
Okay,
When you
cool.
meet him, he'll say,
I'm cool with it.
yo, what
He
up?
cool with
I'm
it.
white
I'm cool
boy.
with it.
What's
Right.
good?
Right.
Like, so, he got caught. This is when we was kids. He got caught with like 3 ounces of weed. They let him go. He got caught in Nassau County. They let him go. Smacked him in the back of the head. Told him get the fuck out of here.
So
I have another homeboy that got caught with an ounce of weed.
can I ask you what color
He went to jail. He was black. Come on,
Okay,
man.
he's black. Okay.
You know what I mean? And don't think because I said his nickname, white boy. Let me get on to that too, because he said, nigga, you got black young dudes, and their nickname is black. So let's not go into that shit.
I needed that to lighten up a little bit.
Don't go into that shit.
Needed
Like,
that
you know
for
what I
a
mean?
second because
So-
was too deep in thought.
So
So what I'm saying is like
we're always racially profiled.
no doubt about that.
So
I mean that's right knowledge.
So that's the myth within itself.
Okay, so we do
It's
realize
a stigma.
These black criminals don't really exist in the masses of which they're saying. No, not at all, right? So we know it doesn't exist. Now, when I'm saying does it exist, I mean, yes, I know they physically is behind bars.
So that's
but I'm
retracting the statement that I said earlier.
what's
Because
that?
I said they do exist. Because
Okay.
they all in jail. But
Okay.
you clarified it.
Definitely.
Saying that they're physically in jail.
Yeah, they're physically
But
in
did
jail.
they really? Because listen, I just heard Jamie Foxx on a talk show say his father went to jail for $25 worth of drugs and did 7 years. I've watched some things. I think it was in Colorado. Kid got caught with an 8-ball. 8-ball of cocaine, and damn near got life. And then the motherfucker Clinton that all you motherfuckers run around here and said he was the first black president put in the 3-strike law, which fucked society. Let's be honest. The 3-strike law fucked society because I could have got pulled over for driving with a suspended license, and some places got railroaded. It depends on what state you was. If it was Commonwealth, which is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, the states, Virginia.
Yes.
I'm missing a few, but they out there. 3 strikes, you got railroaded. Georgia, you could get railroaded if you get caught on your 3rd strike. You know, and this is something that all these things was put together to, believe it or not, to stop us. Because we the only ones that they say get in the most trouble.
So I'm tired of hearing black folks say the law's on the book. I'll be all right, justice will prevail. The laws is only as good as the people who enforce the laws. So it doesn't matter what the laws say. If they want to enforce and incarcerate more black people,
well, let me
they're
give you
not
something.
out of any other
But
race.
that's
they
why
will.
the laws are written. The laws are written for you, if you get my point.
Okay. You meaning against us?
Yes.
Okay.
The oxymoron.
Yes.
So the laws was written for you.
Definitely.
It wasn't written to help you. It was written for you to keep you in your place.
So I'm wrapping this up by saying this. I want to hear y'all suggestion because this is what I suggest. I should suggest the breakdown of, the black myth, the enduring black myth of criminality. How we can break that down and get rid of it is making sure that the smartest move we ever do is not get locked up. That's exactly what they want because you have tons of time to sleep in there when you locked up.
Let me give you another one before we really wrap it up. You put people in power places. See, it was a song by the Locks that had Little Kim. They said money, power, and respect. But they put it in the wrong order. Great song, but it's in the wrong order.
Here it is. What order should it be in?
It should always be the respect first. Because with respect, you'll get your power. And the money will always come.
Food for thought, y'all. Food for thought.
Yeah, and I'm your boy, Alley Cat.
And I'm the infamous twin. Hit us up. Let us know your suggestion. IG, YouTube. We don't get enough comments on YouTube. Please start commenting on YouTube, please. Because I really want to hear. Some of us are more YouTube guys than IG guys. Some of us are more IG guys than YouTube guys.
And we on Spotify.
Every social media that you could think of.
All podcast platforms. If you ain't listening to us, who are you listening to?
And if you're mentally tired, we're as good as anybody. Peace.
This is all right, and that's it.